The Ego Death of Queen Cecilia. I loved this piece. I do know some influencers in my life and their constant hustle. And I've seen ones that were making a lot of money and thought that they're on the top of the world. And then what happens when it's all over? And this was an excellent, riveting, exciting, and unexpected exploration of that. There was a real grittiness to it, which I think helped that solidified the fall. And I really liked this form of storytelling because as we went back into the past and we had this non-linear trajectory, we got to start piecing together who she is, how she got here, the nuance in the relationships in her life, and this sense of entitlement that I've had it before, so I should have this and have it easily for the rest of my life. And this kind of morally corrupt way about going about it. I thought the performances were awesome. They had that rawness. They had a real believability from everybody. Everybody was playing in the same world. And yeah, I thought this was one of my favorite short films I've seen in a while because it had that unexpected quality to it, but there was a believability and a nuance to the layers throughout that made me care and made me want to root for her. But also, I love when we kind of have a little bit of an anti hero too, where there's something slightly off putting and it almost makes me more invested. So, congrats on this.
This was really good. Just a really well executed film. Started with really great writing and fantastic performances, excellent direction, editing. Everything really came together in this, and I found it just really compelling and interesting for me because I wouldn't have guessed it would have even been something that would have piqued my interest. If I had to even just guess what the log line might have been, I would have maybe rolled my eyes. But as soon as I started watching, it was just immediately intriguing. Right from the get go, I was kind of just leaning in and really almost immediately invested. And again, the performances were just so good. It felt so grounded, so authentic. Off the top of my head, the scene where Cecilia gets fired there, in the with her boss there, that felt just almost like I was a fly on the wall in a real that in a real situation like that. It just all felt so authentic, from the writing to the performances, all of it really just remarkably done. And that carries through the entire movie. It's really a quality film, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
This felt like a very well rounded film. Cecilia was very egotistical. She started out as somebody who would take accountability and really had to be humbled, which this film humbled her in a big way. This is a great film for character development because she went through the pits and struggles it takes to become an artist. She's wanting fame more than anything, but she has that ego and is living in a fantasy world, kind of going back and forth in her head about what to go. And I love the transition between her her reality and real reality, between going shooting in black and white versus color, to make the distinction in transitions and timelines. I felt that was very creative and a great approach on showing the different timelines in Cecilia's life in between the distinctions of reality and fiction. She has clear goals, but her ego gets in the way and it gets her in trouble. But she does have that moment to be humbled, and that's where she gets the real drive to succeed, because that desperation sets in and it makes her a fantastic character, because we don't want to root for that egotistical person. We want to root for that humbled person that she becomes, where you feel for her. This is great writing to make her a character that you can't really stand to a character that you feel for. It's the reverse that a lot of people don't do, where she's her own antagonist. Instead of writing another one, she's her own worst enemy. It's a great character-driven piece.
This film was called The Ego Death of Queen Cecilia. This was a fabulous, highly entertaining feature. I loved the performer playing Cecilia. She was able to put on a fake tone when she needed to, but her real desperation was palpable. The writing of this feature was incredible. It kept me engaged every second. Cecilia's character was so resourceful and intelligent. You could sense the danger she was in at every turn. The film takes a shrewd look at the pitfalls of people trying to maintain fame in a cutthroat online world, where fads and stardom come and go. The editing was so tight, and the soundtrack made use of a wide variety of styles and instrumentals. I would really love to see another feature by this talented group. Well done.